I think we should start, Sandra.
Yeah.
Great. Welcome everyone to this webinar about ServiceNow KNOWLEDGE24 highlights. I will monitor the chat today. My name is Sasha, and I'm the marketing manager here in the Cloud People. And I will just hand over the word to you, Sandra, and thank you so much for sharing your experience and all the key takeaways from Las Vegas.
Thank you, Sasha. Yes. So if there's any question along here, please do go to the question section and ask them, and then Sasha will assist on asking me the questions out loud so we can all hear it. And also we will then be running some polls as well, so please take the time to run those. So firstly, present myself. I'm Sondre Pedersen, Senior Solution Architect at the Cloud People, and I'm located in Norway, and I had the pleasure of joining several of my other colleagues at and customers at Knowledge last week. So hopefully I can share some insights on the things I at least think was interesting and the way I think ServiceNow is positioning their platform going forward. So the agenda today, we'll do a short introduction. We'll talk about RaptorDB, roadmap, the creator workflows, a little bit about citizen developer, analytics, collaborations, key takeaways, and of course, questions. And I also have a little bit of a bonus at the end with fresh from actual things that you can start using right away from the Washington, D.C. release. So the Cloud People, we are a pure play ServiceNow partner with more than 350 consultants, with over 250 active customers, and a really customer across multiple industries. And of course, we have this smart resourcing concept. So if you want to learn more about that, then please don't hesitate to contact us. But no further, we'll jump right into it. And Sasha, if you we can activate the first poll on have you started using Now Assist on the ServiceNow platform? And while I talk a little about RaptorDB, the ultra-scale database technology. What it is ServiceNow are switching out their MariaDB into a new RaptorDB. The reason why we saw them do this change is there has been a lot of transactions customers are building. The platform has grown so much bigger than it was before with way more configurations and such. So this was the need. They needed to build the infrastructure up. And some of the stats they showed us is before RaptorDB, we could see around 35,000 transactions per minute. But now they have over doubled this with 93,000 transactions per minute. And this we have seen at a lot of customers around that this is really needed, that if you want to scale the ServiceNow platform and really make it big in the company, then you need to have the scale to keep growing. And as well, upgrades are always important to keep up to date and get all the newest features. And available this fall is the faster upgrades, which you will automatically get. And then you get for a small health company, you can get 26% faster upgrades. From a medium-sized company, 52% faster. And a large financial institute, it's 75% faster. And this really shows you the bigger and the more customized solution you have, you more benefit you get from this updated infrastructure. Then we also have Get Work Done Faster in Xanadu, which is the fall plan or the family release, and then workspaces. From experience and what we have seen, it's the workspaces are great, but they need a bit of work, and especially the load times. And here we have seen now, ServiceNow have seen this, because the more cool workspaces we create, the more load time it takes. So this is a great change that they're doing for the out-of-the-box one in the IT operation management, 43% faster, IT asset management, 53%, and also customer service management, 33% faster. And then overall 25% load times, which is a great upgrade. And nice to see that they're doing changes. Of course, as well, faster transactions is really important. We've seen a customer with high event queues, they're clogging up and waiting. Then these transactions are great with the medium-sized tech service company, 44% faster, and even ServiceNow internal instances up to 28% faster. And this will really be beneficial for most customers. And this is available from automatically when you upgrade to Washington, D.C. platform release. But of course, security is one of the, I would say, the most important things. We need to keep everything secure, and we need to make, and ServiceNow wants to give us even more opportunities to do this. And then we have a more powerful way to do this from Xanadu. And this is with new ACL, so access control, where we have deny unless, so we can then control even more on when we deny someone with a condition, as well as new query ACLs, which is a bit more technical, but we can actually do some queries on that, and as well as the granular ACLs with new applies to condition. So it really helps us scale on how and make it easier for us to maintain the security of our data within the instance. And then, of course, the roadmap. The roadmap so far we have seen is divided into two things they showed, the self-service part and the experts and agents. I'll start with the self-service part, where they did in the past, they did September, they launched the Gen AI Q&A, where they launched the ability, this is with Now Assist, to be able to then answer and get a summarization of the article where it looks through your articles and actually gives you an answer, kind of like Google. So this is a great starting point. Where they also then, now in November 2023, a conversational catalog ordering, where you can actually order from the catalog within the virtual agent. And of course, even more now in March, which they released the Gen AI topics in Virtual Agent, where they will keep on releasing more and more out-of-the-box topics in their new Virtual Agent LLM. And they also have launching how to then convert from the old topics into the new LLM topics. And they will continue pushing out on all different verticals on this, from ITSM to HR, etc. And they have multiple article Q&A and refined intent accuracy. This is to really then improve. That's what they're working on and trying to launch now in 2024 August, where they take it to the next level, where you can really push how you see the articles and actually ask extra questions, and then also get the intent more accurate with LLM. And then, of course, multi-conversational, really personalize the multi-conversational in November in 2024, where they really want to tell, okay, we have a lot of data about you as an end user. How can we use that to personalize the conversation we're having with you even more? And this also really pushes into the importance of having great data and having accurate data about the users. These are some of the self-service they're looking for. And before going to expert and agent, they're just showing a little bit. As it's so fast and there's coming so much new stuff that they even have mentioned here, that it's really important that they don't want to say, and that's what they mentioned in Knowledge, they did not want to mention too far ahead because things changes so quickly. And also they're releasing maybe every 2 months new things on the Gen AI part. On the experts and agents, they started with the chat and case summarization and resolution note generations. Some of you, if you have actually activated the and have bought it, then you have probably started looking at that. And then we have alert summarization, where you get alerts in, especially in IT operation management, where you get summarization on alerts that launched in March. And then now in May, which is just released, it's the knowledge article generation and the product feedback summarization, where the knowledge article generation is something I think could really help speed up and make it easier for users to then create knowledge articles and make the job easier. And then also, of course, having a governance around it, but it could really speed up the knowledge article game. And then we have the recommended reply, which is coming in August, which is also something I'm very much looking forward to, where you will have the opportunity to, when you actually working on a case, you will get a recommended reply you should, depending on the actual information you have in the case, to solve the problem, as well as it reading through the knowledge. And of course, at the end, it's the navigation and search with the through the then Now Assist panel, and that you can actually navigate and search through that. And also in this is where they really want to push that you can do pretty much anything from the Now Assist panel. Let's and then of course the future of the platform is and while I do that, we publish another poll. Have you created a plan on how to start using Now Assist on the ServiceNow platform? So the future of the platform. So this is all what they talked about, especially CJ. I have some links later on, which also gives you a link to the keynote, which I really recommend watching. And they also show some examples of how can AI work for you tomorrow. One of them was autonomous AI assistant. This is all about increasing the automation of bespoke tasks to really help you deal with the tasks you work with every day and try to automate them even more. Then you have My AI Twin, multiply production with a personalized AI agent, where it really understands you and understands your needs and can really help you in the everyday life as an extra, kind of like an extra person or extra clone of you, which can do a lot of the work. Of course, then they have simulation agents with the simulate impact on the ServiceNow deployment. This is really for the development and really try to see how is this going to affect everything we do on the instance and how it's going to look forward. And then the last part is the local models, which is all about that giving the AI to you and that you're able to do this actually on the fly on when you don't have internet, to put AI in the hands of yourself for work. So then we have the creator part, where we really go into the more how we are creating, and the part where ServiceNow are really pushing more and more. And this is around the citizen development I'll talk more about later. And then both the non-coder, low coder, and the professional developers. It's all about how can we create more workflows, as they really want ServiceNow to be the workflow automation where you can pretty much build anything. And to help with that, they showed us Creator Studio. They've talked, I heard about it for a while now. They have hyped it up. And then now it's finally in May, or now in Thursday, I think last week, they launched this. So this is, if you have App Engine Enterprise, you can activate it already from the store now and start using it. But what it is between, as we can see on the right side, pretty small text, but it is where you can do as a process owner, as a citizen developer, or as a service call catalog team, where you can really then start publishing apps, creating forms in an easy way. And especially if you have Now Assist as well, they're now launching, which I'll talk about more later in this, are also they're launching now in DC app generation, where you can use work or actually write out in text and an app is created for you. But the meaning behind Creator Studio is really to make a user-friendly interface where you can drag and drop Builder as working more and more towards the no coders. So the Creator Studio is created for no coders, but then help you get more automation, give it out, allowing for creating easy automation workflows with the help of AI and also no code. Of course, it's important to see everything before you deploy it. And that's the important where you can then preview everything you create and see that it looks good before actual publishing, and as well as the governance to check, okay, is this good enough to then be published? Of course, the enhanced collaboration. Certain things we need professional developers to do, and that's the nice thing. It's all about making an enhanced collaboration between non-developers and professional developers, where the non-developers can do the work they know, and then the professional developers can come in and do all more complex things. So please check this out on and there should be more information on that, or let us know if you want to know more. Then we have something which is more for the professional developers, but of course always interesting. It's ServiceNow Studio is getting a full revamp. It is all about, as I showed on the earlier one, it's the Creator Studio is for the no coders. But then ServiceNow Studio is really bringing in the low coders and the professional coders into one place. It's where you can work across multiple scopes simultaneously. Every low code mode, so from the flow designer to playbooks, are all integrated into one. Then you have enterprise grade search across app and file. And you also have code search, which all developers love and haven't been available outside. It supports update sets, it supports scoped apps, and it supports app customization. And you can also work here from mobile. So this is a massive boost for everyone who develops on the platform, both professional coders and low coders, and has been really needed. And this also helps break the gap from non-coders to low coders, I think. So this is coming in Xanadu. Also, more developer side is the developer sandboxes. It's all about trying to reduce the faults or maybe the version clashing. So a lot of developers are struggling with, okay, you're working on one specific business rule as an example, or a script or something, working on one version of a flow. But now you have the ability to actually put and create sandboxes where you can do the work and one other developer can also do the work. And then you can merge it later. And this is all what the developer sandboxes are about. And this should be available in Xanadu. And with that, of course, the sandbox management, where you can manage it like Azure with the virtual machines. And then also, if another thing that's coming that was very much appreciated from the crowd at Knowledge is emerging changes. It's never fun. It's hard to see the changes. And this will also help in upgrades where you see, okay, XML is really not easy to understand. So then they're now making it easier by actually converting it into code, which is way more readable. And this is something they're also looking to publish in Xanadu release. But now to the Now Assist created workflow roadmap. What are they looking at? What have they created so far? So this is what you get with the Now Assist creator. And here they have then in Vancouver, they released the code generation and the flow generation. And also now they're looking at in the Washington DC that they want to do code edit, which is also where you can write in clear text actually what you want to change. But one of the things are app generation, where you can really help no coders to write in text and with intents what kind of app or what kind of form, etc. do you want. And that's especially in the catalog where you can write it out and it automatically creates it for you. This will save a lot of time and also help people who are not as technically knowledge or don't have the technical knowledge to create it, speed up the process and do it themselves, as well as the playbook generation. And they even showed on stage an example of this where they had taken a whiteboard, took it off a play or a flow with a lot of steps. They took a picture of it, uploaded it, and with the use of generative AI, they actually made it into a playbook flow inside of the instance, which is very interesting and could help us who likes to write on paper or on the wall to speed up the process of actually implementing it. But looking forward in Xanadu and going forward, analytics generation is something they're much looking forward, and I'll mention more about it later, as well as integration generation. How can we do actually write intents and create an integration through that, as well as RPA, which is creating robots and actually showing them or writing out what we want them to do. So a lot of new things coming in this space, and I think this is really one of the key spaces where ServiceNow is pushing hard on new things. And in this spirit, we have the citizen developer, where I was listening to a lot of how ServiceNow are doing it themselves. How are they creating a great citizen developer?
We have a question, Sandra. Sorry for interrupting. Lynn writes, which licenses are required for Now Assist to create a workflow?
Yeah, so there's a separate for all of the Now Assists. There is one for ITSM, one for CSM, and there is one specific one for creative workflows as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully that answers the question. Yep, and then of course the citizen developer. Then ServiceNow showed us how they have been doing it and how they have been outsourcing their citizen developer program, especially to finance. And some of the things they really talked about, how did they make it possible and how did they make it happen? It's all about the ID generation and have an easy way for them to post IDs and actually have a process on how you get from A to B. Of course, it was also the development support and having these business developed experts that can assist you in the way. Usually the people who are working out in the business are the ones that knows what they want, and then you have the IT or certain that can assist you on the way. Of course, it's important to also have tools like Creator Studio is now really helping this if you have that available, or App Engine Studio is also great for doing this. But governance is of course important. You need to have how should the structure be and who owns everything, and then you need to make a governance model on how we're going to publish them, what are the life cycle, who will follow them up, etc., etc. But nothing is more important, I think, if we really want to get people to start learning and creating more things. It's the training part and making it actually a community around it to give you a reward and actually make you hype up every time you create a new app, that the community and the business actually hypes you up. And this is great. And that's how been their success in why it's worked, because when people start learning new things, they usually get really excited, and we really need the management to then follow up and help with that excitement and really push them to keep going and keep building. On the analytics part, they're now releasing, going forward, as I mentioned, they're really pushing towards how can we make the platform analytics even better. This is a lot in general, but also pushing more now, which I'll mention more later as well, with the then use of Now Assist to actually create reports. But it's out of the box in the workspaces available. So you can find analytics tab on most workspaces or activate it yourself. And then you have the platform analytics experience help to really, they have now launched a way to help you migrate from dashboards to workspaces in this new platform analytics experience, where you can see what are all the dashboards we have and how many can we move over to workspaces to really help you do the migration. And do we need all the dashboards is also a big question. They're launching a new visualization designer to make it easier and more intuitive to create this analytics, and more unified data source as well. This is the next gen user experience analytics, which are launching soon. So there is also a doc link where you can see. And also one of the things I really enjoy, as I really enjoy good user experience, is that they're pushing toward more future-rich analytics. Not only keeping what they had for many years, but pushing with more possibilities, as well as making it better, or making it look prettier with better styling, and makes it easier for them to compete with other apps like Power BI, or make it at least as pretty as they are. And then, of course, the analysis part, as mentioned, the creation of reports and dashboards by the use of intents and by writing it in text and it creating it for you, which can really save a lot of time, as creating reports is a typical thing we all do a lot of. And then we have the collaboration, where we have seen ServiceNow really pushing the collaboration they have with Microsoft. They showed a really cool demo of the use of Copilot and Now Assist, where they show that you from Microsoft Teams can go and talk with Copilot, then write, okay, I need something, or I need to order my PC is now working great. And then you say, okay, yeah, but you can order a new PC. And actually, yes, I want to order a new PC. And then automatically inside the Teams, you get transfer from Copilot directly into Now Assist seamlessly inside of Microsoft Teams. And then, of course, you can then, with conversation, ask, okay, do you want a typical standard laptop? Yes. What kind of hard drive do you want? Oh, yeah, 1 terabyte. What kind of color? I want black color. And then directly from there, being able to order and ship it, and it looking up your information you have inside of the platform to then order it directly and maybe ship it to you without you having to leave Microsoft Teams. Then we have one other thing they showed around how Now Assist can help you turn a dashboard to a PowerPoint. As far as I know, it's I have really would like to have this. I have created these super cool dashboards inside of ServiceNow, but then I need to export them and make something else or take screenshots. But this is taken then, okay, I have this cool dashboard. I want to take it out in PowerPoint and show it. And now you have they're going to launch through Now Assist to export a dashboard to Microsoft PowerPoint. And in this sense, then I'll bring Hannes up on the stage, and then let him tell a bit about how we're collaborating between Microsoft and ServiceNow platform at one of our customers.
Cool, thanks, Andre. Super exciting stuff. I actually did not know about this dashboard creation, or putting that into PowerPoint. That would be super useful for me as well. So hi guys, my name is Hannes Hirvikallio from the Cloud People from the Finnish office today. I'm in charge of our partnerships on the market, where we partner up to create more value to our end customers. And as you might have seen from Sondre's slide, Sondre's presentation, is that it's fairly roadmap heavy. So ServiceNow is talking a lot about AI, a lot about what's coming in the next version. And I'm here to tell you that if you want to see it in action today, we are prepared to show it in the current version together. And what does it look like when ServiceNow AI and Azure AI, or the Microsoft AI products, when they work seamlessly together. And we have what I'm presenting here today is one of our partners, one of our largest partners, a telecom operator from Finland called Elisa, which also is an IT service provider with a substantial output on the market. And what we've done together is that we've combined the ServiceNow platform and the usage of Azure AI, or the Microsoft products, to create compelling use cases that you can implement today. And kind of our role here is that, we know ServiceNow, we are super good at that, and we've partnered up with Elisa to help them, of course, in all matters of ServiceNow, but also on the other end to help develop how do these two ecosystems work seamlessly together. And Elisa, for that matter, is one of only 2 partners in Northern Europe who are actually part of the Microsoft Gen AI development program. So they're in company of very select companies, and they are actually helping Microsoft develop these AI solutions further. And what we've done is combined our forces. So how does Copilot exist on the Now platform? How do we piggyback on those functionalities, and where do we need to implement the ServiceNow's artificial intelligence capabilities? But the true takeaway here is the focus on business value. So we have a handful, I think there's 10 today, of select and concrete use cases where we can actually come in, show, and actually implement in your ServiceNow instance the way to make Copilot and ServiceNow Gen AI Now Assist to work seamlessly together. And if you're interested in that, please reach out to us after this webinar. We're happy to share what we've done together with Elisa and tell you more about the concrete stuff that you can actually do today and tomorrow. So that's it on my end. I'll thank you, Sondre, very much. Looking forward to hearing the rest of the show. Thanks.
Thank you, Hannes, for that. All right. So just wanted to take then some key takeaways from both from me, but also maybe more important from Bill, who is the CEO for ServiceNow, and then I'll add some of my key takeaways as well on this. So it's, as Bill say here, supercharged productivity with Now Assist AI is the #1. And this is all about how really start looking at how can the Now Assist AI on the platform really help you as an organization, and look at what are the parts where you can really help your employees have a better user experience, or just improve the productivity in general. #2, predict and respond with item AI operations. This is very closely connected to #6 as well, how to digitize your operational technology. It's around how can we then use the AI on the platform to really, and all the information we have on the platform, on creating then, as I saw, like alerts, events, how can we then get the AI to work for us so we can actually be ahead of time and do not reactive, but proactive service on a lot. And also importance of having good data structure on the platform, so we then use this data to then respond quicker. #3, serve your customers anywhere with field service management. This is one of the things they are really pushing towards. They have then started up and really pushing towards the field service management space, where they're launching way more stuff there than they have in the past, as they really want to push. #4, it's upskill and inspire with employee growth and development. And this is connected as well, as many people are afraid maybe AI will take my job in the future. And this is where ServiceNow, of course, is pushing on their product with the employee growth and development part. But it's also about how can we change people, the roles of people today that might be go away, but how can we then change their roles into something else instead? Because from their reports they showed, and they had a similar report last year as well, is how many new people do we actually need in the space? And I think even though we remove some, but we're still gonna need around I think it was 2 million people into the space the next couple of 5 years. So it's still a massive need for people, even though we maybe remove some jobs. Then it's building workflows everywhere with App Engine Studio. And I think this is something they really push. And that's why also I showed a lot around the creator workflows, because they're pushing how can we then put it into the hands of everyone else, and how can we start making more and more people building workflows, and also that they want the ServiceNow platform to be the where you build all the business processes. And then I'll jump to number 7 is to build a multi-year roadmap and really think, okay, where do we want to go? It's like, okay, we've started with this maybe on the platform, but what is the next? What is where we want to go? And especially on jumping on the AI train, it's like, okay, we can jump on it, but we need to help plan how we're actually going to leverage it and create business value. And then number 8 is very connected with what I showed around Microsoft and Hannes talked about. It's all about co-initiative within the industry solutions. It doesn't matter, yes, ServiceNow creates something great, but if someone else creates something that really complements each other, then it's all about collaborating and integrating them together. And of course, 9, unlock the next experience is really take the user experience to the next level. It's super important, and our employees are used to it in their day-to-day life, but it's super important to then keep on bringing new experiences to our employees, which makes their life easier. And then number 10, uncover and modernize every business process, and this very connected to 5, keep on building and then trying to modernize and automate everything that is possible. And then, yes. All right. Is there any questions before I go to some bonus slides I have on actual things that are on around Now Assist within the verticals, fresh from Washington, D.C.? If not, or maybe I'll give it 30 seconds and then I will continue the last part. Also here I would recommend everyone to go in, and especially if you're interested in the AI parts, unleashing the power of generative AI with ServiceNow platform. It's CJ's keynote, where they also show a bit more visual with videos and demonstrations around a lot of this. So that is very recommended if you have the time. But it seems like there's no question. I'll go into the bonus round as we have the time. So what's new in Washington, D.C. release, which we can actually start using, as I mentioned and Hannes mentioned as well. It's a lot of speculation. It's where they want to go, but that's the interesting part. They want to do so much, but right now we all care about what's available right now. And what's available right now and fresh from Washington, D.C. is the Now Assist for IT Operation Management, with how to quickly understand an action alert with enriched explanation. It's really to help you understand with the summary of the alerts, as mentioned before, on what is wrong and get the LLM to do the hard work of going through everything and seeing what's wrong. Chat interaction and summarization for incidents and case creation. Turn interaction into cases seamlessly. It's all about really reduce manual work with pre-population description fields, etc., from chats directly into incidents and etc. In the virtual agent, I mentioned that as well. It's all about the speed of delivery and really do everything from the chat. And coming up now later this year, they're also looking to integrate both the virtual agent and the search into one thing. But we'll probably have a special webinar just for that when that is released. Then it's the agent and admin experience enhancement, where they help you provide a seamless handoff and more accurate content with the help of the Now Assist panel, where you can then talk and then get the case summarization and then reassign it, and have a much quicker reassign, or having less issues when you actually reassign anything with automatic case summarization. And then, of course, get help faster where you work is try to have get the how can I actually fix this when I search inside of Microsoft Teams. So you can actually search there within Microsoft Teams. And then, of course, as I mentioned, LLM-based topics in Virtual Agent Designer, where you can start creating and also migrating the virtual agent topics you have today, and then create new ones for the virtual agent LLM-based topics as well, and can then be previewed in Now Assist panel, Microsoft Teams, or Slack. And then Now Assist for field service management is the one of the newest things they have come with now, which is also available on the mobile, which is very important for those agents. All right, then that's it for my part. Sasha, do you want to take it away on the upcoming events?
Yes, thank you so much, Sandra, for a really great presentation, and thank you for the questions in the chat. Sorry, we have some upcoming events, and I don't know, Hannes, if you can, if you want to say something, because you will be on stage together with Mikkel and Carl on May 28th.
Yeah, I can say a few words. So getting back to the ground, not flying in the clouds of AI, we're talking about concrete stuff around how do you actually manage the ServiceNow platform. If you heard Sondra talking, there's a lot of stuff coming up. There's a lot of functionality existing currently on the platform. And a lot of our customers are thinking that, how do I build the team that will support all of these changes and all of my business needs going forward? So we're talking about concrete cases around how do you manage the platform, how do you team the platform, how do you skill them, and potentially what might you outsource from the market? What kind of services would you need from a consultancy company like the Cloud People or our peer companies on the market? So it's going to be a fairly practical session talking about the governance or the management of the ServiceNow platform. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a good webinar.
Thank you, Hannes. Yeah, that will be on May 28th. And then we are attending a summit in Helsinki, in Stockholm, and in Copenhagen. And check out our website where you can see who will attend the summit. And if you want to join up or meet us at the booth, don't hesitate. Please come by. But you can sign up for this event at our website. And I know that we will also have a webinar about DORA compliance coming up in June. So yeah, stay up to date on our website. And we will have a lot of stuff coming up also after summer. But thank you so much for attending today. I can see we have a question.
I see we have a question. Yes,
Yes.
Carl Johan. I can answer that.
Thank you.
I've seen a slide where they are showing that I think Danish and Norwegian and Swedish and almost no Nordic countries are in the tier 3. So that's only from 2025 as far as I've seen. And so it's still a way out, sadly.
Yeah. And getting back to my slide, sorry, Sondre. So if you want to see Danish today, of course, we can showcase that with the Copilot plus ServiceNow AI stuff tomorrow if you want.
Yeah. So there are other solutions, but not the Now Assist part. The ServiceNow one is not there yet, but they're working on it, and it's roadmap for 2025.
I think that's it. Thank you everyone for joining today. And thank you so much, Sandra, for your presentation and your highlights from knowledge. Welcome back from Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hannes, as well, for sharing. I don't know if there are any last comments or questions. We will stay a while in the chat before closing. Yeah, otherwise I will just wish you all a great day and thank you for joining us. I hope I will see you all in May 28 for our next webinar. Sign up at our website. Then thank you for today.
Thank you all and have a good day.